What's up everyone, it's your boy X-Man87 here, bringing you another Marvel Legends video, and what I have for you today is the 80 Years Hela and Scourge the Executioner 2-pack. Now before I get into everything, if you could please leave a like rating on the video, it'll show your support for my channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. And with that said, we'll take a look at this 2-pack. It comes with everything you see here. So we'll take a closer look at the accessories first, starting with Hela, and then we'll go on and cover Scourge. Kicking things off with Hela here, let's start off with this headdress. My god, she looks absolutely amazing. This blows the Gladiator Hulk Wave one away. The difference is almost night and day here, like, wow. The details on this is way more film accurate. I like this one because it has the white pupils, because it reminds me of that scene where she's fighting the Valkyries. But just this one overall is way more film accurate. I love this expression. They captured Cate Blanchett's beauty to the T. Wow, just amazing. And yeah, this headdress is so much better than this one. It's just one of those things where Hasbro outdid themselves. This is one of the most beautifully sculpted MCU heads we got out there. Man, this is absolutely beautiful, and I love that grin. Look at just, wow. Oh, the teeth came out really nice on this. The lipstick came out so good. The mask all around is just so much more detailed this time. I absolutely love this. The horns, or whatever you call this on the headdress, they're the same, but you can see that they're different color. Like, this is solid black, and this one has a dark green to it. So, wow, it looks like they're going to fight like reindeers, man. Looking at her second alternate head, this is a more neutral face. And you can see the dark veins around there, the eyeshadow. Here's a side profile, and here's taking a look at the hair, which is slicked back, and it's very nice. I really like how they sculpted the tips at the end of the hair there. It's really cool. Wow, absolutely gorgeous. Looking at the third head, I absolutely love this one. This might be my favorite one. I don't know, it's tied with the headdress sculpt one, but this might be my favorite one. I just absolutely love it. Just reminds me of that scene where she grabs Mjolnir and just crushes it. So you can see the bangs here. They sculpted this bang, and that's separate. You can lift that up and see her face there, and it's absolutely beautiful. Cate Blanchett is such a babe, man, and I just think with the makeup that they gave her, looking like a goth for Hela, man, she just looked 10 times hotter. I don't know why. They really nailed Cate Blanchett's cheekbones down. Again, just an impressive sculpt, and I love the way this hair looks. Going all around, just that nice, almost wavy, curly hair at the bottom. Here too on the front. So good. And comparing this to the two unmasked heads that we got for Hela, this is my favorite out of the three. I do like the hair sculpt on the Gladiator Hulk Wave one. This one was really nice, but they really went heavy on the eyeshadow there, which, you know, at the time looked really cool. But this one, I feel like it's more film accurate, these two. This alt hand is really cool, the one with Mjolnir, where she's absolutely crushing it. You can see the details on this, so nice. Look at the cracks there. Only thing is, this hammer is really tiny. But I think they made that so they can try to capture the sculpt as best as possible. Her hands would have looked ridiculously large, so I think I understand why they went with this size. But yeah, it's like a baby Mjolnir. Despite the size, a great sculpt overall, and it's a great fun accessory to have if you want to recreate that scene. You got the handle right here and the little strap. And the next accessory here is a flaming type of accessory that we've seen this before with the Scarlet Witches and the Magics. And I just like to take this part of the effect where it has like that little loop, and I just hook her thumb right there. So that way, you know, it doesn't fall off. And I'm counting a cape as an accessory here because you don't really need it to display it, but it is an option. And it is really nice the way they did it this time around. The metallic sheen on the cape is so much better than this one. And you get some glossy black paint here on the top of it, whereas this one was just two-tone as a dark green and a very light green. So Overall, I love the cape on this 2-pack so much more. And the major difference between these two is definitely the paint job. It just pops out so much more here on the 80 years line. This one has a more film accurate color. I love how this is like a solid black. This one feels like it's a darker type of green. And definitely the metallic green pops out so much more on this one. And this was not like a metallic green, even though it does look a little metallic on some areas. But for the most part, you know, this one, it pops out way more. And I just love this one overall. Definitely a much better upgrade from this one. But if you have this one, I mean, don't feel bad about not getting this one, because this one's still good. Looking at the back here, she's got a nice cupcake butt. With the paints, you know, it's again, same thing. The only bummer is that this is not painted all the way through. And before I cover articulation, I will say with this head, if you're trying to make it look up, that's as far as you're gonna get. And she could look down a good amount. She's got some rocking pivot, and it moves left and right. With this head, kind of the same, but you get more range looking up with this one. So the other one is a little more restricted, and it looks down a good amount. Left, right, you know, rocking movement, pivot. Alright, to cover articulation with Hela, her head moves that far up and that far down. Left, right, great rocking motion and pivot. Her arms move this far up, so pretty decent. Moves down all around. She's got a single jointed elbow swivel, wrist hinge, wrist swivel. Her torso crunches that far down. I mean, you're not going to get much. It moves that far back. You're not going to get much either. But it's still something. It's better than nothing. And you got the torso rocker. Her legs move that far apart. Kicks up that high. Kicks that far back. Leg rocking rotation. You got thigh swivel. Double jointed knees. And heel to the Hela butt. Awesome. Well, just stops there. But anyway. Ankles move up, down, and she's got ankle pivot. Taking a look at Scourge the Executioner here, man, this has such a great likeness to Karl Urban. This looks super good. I love the scar he has right here around the eyes, and for the most part, the beard came out clean on mine. His eyes are really good. Man, that looks... The face print technology continues to impress me. You can see the design on his head. Is it a design or his hair? I don't even know. Is that hair? Wouldn't surprise me. It's pretty weird, but again, it matches his comic book counterpart, so that's really good. As you can see, I got some paint slop right there. I'm annoyed by that. Taking a look at his side profile right there. Super good. Really cool. Looking at the rest of the body. It's an all-new sculpt for the most part, right? I would say completely new sculpt. This is a really nice color. It has this like almost midnight blue metallic armor, sculpted beautifully. And he's got, I want to say that's burgundy. It's like a burgundy color. So he's got some burgundy throughout. You see his legs there, his arms, and then he has these gunmetal color-looking plates on his biceps. More of his armor right here. Love the design here. Got some gunmetal color here in the middle. Really like this design. And this skirt piece is pliable, so it actually does not hinder his leg articulation, which I am happy about. Looking at the back here, not so much painted on the back part right here, but these like shoulder pads are separate. So they can move up, and they are removable too if you wish to remove them. This too is a separate piece. This is looking really cool. Love those studs right there that are sculpted in. The design on his belt looking really good. And you see the boots, really nice. Got some texture there, making this armor look real. Looking at his shoes right there. They really got this design down packed. This is so freaking good. As far as accessory goes, he comes with 2 machine gun rifles, and I want to say this looks familiar. Is this new, guys, or am I bugging? I mean, I think I've seen it before. I just can't pinpoint where. And he comes with 2 trigger finger hands, so you basically just have him hold the guns with this. Next up is his axe, and you know, Scourge the Executioner has to have his axe. That's his signature weapon in the comics, and this looks really good too. I really like the sculpting here. You can see all around the axe. You know, you got these textured little details here. It looks good. Taking a look at the rest of the handle, you can tell on this part has like this Asgardian design. Looks really good. And you got some of the design going down here. And he comes with 2 extra open hands, so he can wield his axe single-handed or dual-handed. To cover articulation with Scourge, his head looks that far up, it looks that far down. His head moves left and right, got some rocking movement and some pivots. His arms move this far up. Well, he got this shoulder pad kind of hindering how far up it'll go, but that's about it. Arms move down, they move all around. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, has really good range right there. He's got wrist swivel, wrist hinge. His ab crunch moves that far down and that far back. He's got the rocking movement, which is really good. His legs move that far apart. So again, the skirt doesn't hinder it. You can move the skirt up and down however you like. His legs kick up that far high and that far back. And he's got some leg rotation, thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and heel to the butt. And you got the ankles that move up, down, and ankle pivot. For some comparisons, here we have our new Hela next to the Gladiator Hulk Hela, and this one looks taller for some reason. Here is Hela next to the San Diego Comic-Con Book of the Vashanti exclusive Hela comic book figure, and it's amazing how close she looks to her comic book counterpart. Here is Hela next to Thor Ragnarok Thor, Loki, and Valkyrie. Here is Scourge next to Thor Ragnarok Thor, Loki, and Valkyrie. Here is Scourge next to Enchantress, and I'm really hoping to see Enchantress in the MCU one day. I hope she appears in Thor Love and Thunder. Alright guys, that was my review, and if you didn't get the Hela from the Gladiator Hulk wave, then this is a set that's worth buying, especially if you're a fan of the MCU. And I absolutely love this pack. This Hela is definitely going to be on my main MCU display. Now I'm going to kick things back to you guys. So what do you guys think of this 2-pack? And what do you think of Hela as an MCU villain? And where do you rank her? Honestly, she's in my top 3 favorite MCU villains. I thought she was so freaking badass, especially that scene where she's just like slaughtering everyone at once. And I remember seeing that and I'm like, oh man, I'm in love. I'm in love with this woman. I thought she was so fierce, so ruthless, so cunning, and it just, she brought a different side to the villains, and Cate Blanchett is a talented actress. Scourge the Executioner, what can I say, man? He really looks close to his comic book counterpart. It's so freaking cool, and it's a great figure, all new sculpt. I love the colors. It's definitely one of the best MCU figures that you'll grab, and I just love Thor Ragnarok. It's definitely one of my top MCU films of all time. So drop a like if you liked the video, comment, we'll chat about it. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, please do so, link is in the description below. Get your Marvel Legends figures at Big Bad Toy Store, link is in the description below. Share and subscribe if you're new. Enjoy the pics at the end of the video. See you on the next review. Peace, peace.